Hello and welcome to our chemistry lab, our calorimetry lab walkthrough. So, as you may notice, I'm in my lab coat, I have my mask on, I have my glasses on, I'm wearing full pants and closed-toed shoes, so I'm being very safe. So in this lab, we're measuring the energy of an almond versus the energy in a peanut. The almond weighed 1.5 grams on the scale. The peanut, maybe half of that, maybe 0.7 grams, right? 0.7 grams, 1.5 grams. Now, inside our calorimeter, because that's how we're using it, we're using this to measure calories, we have 50 milliliters of water. Water's density is 1 gram for every milliliter. So if I have 50 milliliters, I have an equivalent number of grams. That's 50 grams. So we need a thermometer, we need our calorimeter, and we need our food. The thermometer has been sitting in this can for a while, and the temperature of the water on the inside measures about 23 degrees Celsius. What we're going to do now is we're going to light our almond on fire, and the energy of the almond should transfer over to the water in the can. So, start from the bottom, get a nice wick going. I just leave that there because it hurts. And so our almond is now on fire. The fats and oils inside an almond will be transformed into energy, thermal energy, and that energy has to go in a certain direction. The calorimeter will capture this energy and transfer it to our water. At the end of this, the fire will eventually extinguish itself. We're going to have a rise in temperature, and based on that rise, we could calculate the calories of a single almond. So it takes some time. It is a rather large item, and I kind of have it built as a how do you say, candle, so it's going to take a little bit of time. In the meantime, I can set up our next experiment. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to walk away. And we're going to set up our next one. Holy moly, there's a lot of ants on here. So, we need a glass rod. And we need some thermometers. Lucky for me, I have an excess of both. So, same deal. The water at room temperature is about 23 degrees Celsius. These ants do not like the fire over here. So, like I said previously, the peanut weighed about 0.7 grams. We're going to light this one on fire just as well as the other one. Get that over directly above. And let's get to measuring. Peanut is a little bit harder. There we go. So with these fires going, we have to wait till they finish, then we check the final temperature. They are both started at 23 degrees Celsius. Both of these calorimeters have 50 milliliters of water in them. This is 0.7. Notice how quickly it's burning versus the Almond's slow burning presence, I suppose. Both of these will give off a lot of black smoke. That doesn't come from anything in particular. The skin on this side, a lot of smoke on the other. Make sure if you do attempt this, to do it in a well ventilated area or outside. I'm right next to a window. And right now we're just waiting for these fires to die down. So, in the meantime, how's your day? So what you're seeing here in the smoke is not actually just carbon dioxide. It is a whole host of other material. The entire peanut is basically being transformed. Right? This peanut had no skin. It had a light amount of salt on it. I got it from a bag of trail mix. And we're almost ready to go. It's interesting how both the peanut and the almond essentially finish at the same time. Actually, the almond still looks like it's going rather strong. Peanut is done though. So, the final temperature for the peanut, let's take it out of here. It's about 42 degrees Celsius. So, from 23 degrees Celsius to 42, that's a rather large raise in temperature, which means that the calories inside that peanut are pretty big. Almond is still going strong. It's going to take quite a while. Let's see. I think there might be a way to fast forward this. I'll probably do so later. And it's done. Great. So, almond is done. It kind of went up like a candle, very slow, but then it just kind of kept going. The temperature increase in the almond, however, was 61 degrees Celsius. So, based on that temperature increase, you could tell how many calories are inside each item. Given the mass, given the temperature change, you could calculate which one would give you more calories. The results may surprise you. And that should conclude our lab for now. Traditionally, we would use 2 more items, like a marshmallow and a Cheeto, or a Dorito, some kind of chip. Those burn rather nicely. Do not attempt this at home without supervision of the parental variety. Other than that, we are now ready to move on to our calculations. So, I'll transfer it over back to Zoom, Mr. Azad.